In every village, every town, there is always one soul forgotten, laughed at, shunned. A man people pass by without a second glance. His story never told. His name barely remembered. Until one day everything changes. This is the story of such a man. His name was Elian. He lived in the small, crumbling town of Greybrook, wedged between a forest no one dared to enter and a river no one dared to cross. A place where nothing happened, and no one expected anything to happen. Elian was known as the Useless, a man in his late 30s with unkempt hair, threadbare clothes, and a permanent stoop in his back as if the weight of everyone else's disappointment had settled on his shoulders. They said he had no talent, no future, no ambition. Just a man who wandered through life like a ghost in daylight. He worked at the fish market, if work could be the word for what he did. He swept sometimes. Mostly, he just stood there, gazing across the river as though searching for something. Something even he couldn't name. "Don't bother asking Elian for help," people said. "He'll just slow you down. He's harmless," the baker would whisper. But useless all the same. No one knew his past. No one cared to ask. Even the children mocked him, tossed pebbles at his feet, pulled pranks, called him names. And yet, he never fought back. He never raised his voice. He just existed, as if waiting for something. Every evening, Elian would sit at the edge of the village, just before the woods began, and stare. What did he see? Trees, mist, the whispering of leaves. But in his mind, there were flashes, half-memories, a fire, screams, a woman's voice crying his name. But every time he tried to reach for the memory, it dissolved like fog in the sun. Then one night something changed. The wind turned bitter, the kind of cold that cuts through bone. The villagers huddled inside their homes, bolting windows shut. Dogs howled. The air tasted of iron. Elian, as always, sat alone on the hill. But this time he saw it. A flicker of light. In the forest. A pulse like a heartbeat. He stood. For the first time in years, he moved toward something. The villagers would later claim they heard a roar in the night, like a creature waking from centuries of sleep. Some said it was thunder. Others whispered darker things. But none of them saw what Elian saw. A stone, half buried in the earth, glowing, ancient, marked with a symbol, one that sparked something deep inside him. His hand trembled as he touched it, and in that instant the world shifted. Memories surged back like a flood. A burning village, a sword of light, a promise made long ago. He fell to his knees, gasping, not from pain, but from awakening. He had once been something else. Not a fisherman, not a ghost, but a guardian, one of the last. And now, the time had come. Whatever had been buried within him was no longer asleep. Elian was no longer just the forgotten man. He was the key to something ancient and something terrifying. The village begins to change. Whispers of strange figures in the woods. Children who dream of fire. And Elian, now caught between two worlds, must decide whether to return to the shadows or rise into the light. This is only the beginning. This is Ashes of a Nobody.